We're trying to do a project component to our research paper, which had to deal with cybercrime victimization. It's a little more tricky to do than others since it's not your typical tools and trying to display data, as this is more kind of a research type thing. Interestingly enough, we did find another article that tried to do something similar that we're doing, with interesting results. They tried to analyze different cyber crimes in different parts of the world. This paper focused on the United States, Finland, Spain, and South Korea. All numbers are quite similar and don't differ too much. The actual danger sites, social media sharing, compulsive internet use, offending messaging, loneliness, impulsivity, gender, and age are the only differing factors. The results were kind of the same, where cybercrime victimization was substantial in each of the studied countries, with 4.3% to 7.9% of the respondents reporting being a target. The rates of cybercrime victimization were highest in Finland and lowest in South Korea. In the US, 85 or 7.7% participant reported cyber victimization, while the same frequency was 95 in Finland, which was 7.9%, 87 in Spain, which is 70.7.2%, and 51 in South Korea, which is 4.3%. All four countries combined and both genders considered, the most common forms of cybercrime faced by the victims were slander or defamation of one's character and coercion of threat of violence. Sexual harassment was the least common form of reported cybercrime. So, what I decided to do with a small sample, I wanted to try to see the results compared to some family that I have in Nicaragua. I'm part Nicaraguan, so I was able to at least talk to some family over there and get their experiences. I was able to get 12. It's a small pool, but out of the 12 participants, I asked them if they ever had any type of cyber crime done to them. They did report that they all have been exposed to phishing or marketing scams that are persistent and borderline harassing, as in they're probably calling them many times. I think we experienced that a lot in the US. 8 participants were exposed to sexual exploitation, 6 of whom were female. And 8 of those participants, when I did tell them, it's basically more about getting pictures from dating sites that is inappropriate or they didn't ask for. And that's kind of what I got from the females. And for the males, it was more of blackmail, due to having some inappropriate pictures of them and telling them that they'll expose it to other people. So I was quite surprised to see that social aspect over there in Nicaragua as well. But I do think the social aspect themselves, when I asked them a little further, what did you do about it? They are compared to here, I would say they're less um, how they're less affected by it, and they just try to live their lives after the fact, but they're nonetheless they are victims of this sexual exploitation. 3 participants have experienced cyber stalking to the extent of online daters blackmailing or harassing them in public at some point. So cyber stalking was something that I had to talk to them as well, since it's kind of broad of what cyber stalking is, and it could be very close to sexual exploitation. Um, they were able to tell me, no, they've been cyber stalked because at some point, some person knew information that shouldn't, a person that they just met or had little communication or any type of kind of going out of some sort. They shouldn't know them to that extent, and they knew based on probably looking them up on some social profiles or by other means. Although it's a small sample, the numbers are similar to participants in the US and their experience with cybercrime victimization. Thank you.